I could hear the screech of tires before impact, my heart pounding in a way that made it feel like it could burst. For a terrifying moment I thought, this is it. Everything I've worked for could end here. But this wasn't the beginning. It was the consequence of months of rushing, ignoring advice, and believing I could handle everything alone. It all began when I decided to start my first small business. I had ideas, energy, and confidence, but almost no real experience. I skipped planning steps, ignored guidance, and thought that mistakes could always be fixed later. At first, things seemed to go well. I made small wins, and each success fed my overconfidence. I believed I was clever, unstoppable. But slowly, cracks began to show. Missed deadlines, frustrated clients, paperwork piling up, and my own stress growing by the day. I ignored the warning signs, convincing myself I could handle it all alone. Weeks passed, and the pressure mounted. Late nights became a habit. I barely ate or slept, and my mind constantly raced with problems I hadn't solved properly. Friends suggested I slow down, get help, or rethink some decisions, but I brushed it off. Pride and urgency blinded me. I thought I was learning by doing, but in reality I was setting myself up for disaster. Then came that rainy night. Exhausted, distracted, and mentally overloaded, I drove home after yet another chaotic day. My thoughts were consumed with what went wrong and how to fix it. And then it happened. My car skidded on the wet road. It spun uncontrollably, the world blurring around me. I felt the car flip between control and chaos, heart hammering, hands trembling. In those terrifying seconds, I realized how close I had come to losing everything. Not just the business, but life itself. Every decision I had rushed, every shortcut I had taken, led to this moment. When the car finally stopped and I realized I was unharmed, relief was immediate. But clarity hit even harder. I understood that failure isn't the end, it's feedback. Every mistake, every setback was a lesson waiting to be learned. I didn't want to waste it. I sat there for a long moment, heart still racing, thinking about what I had done wrong and how I could do better. The next weeks were a journey of rebuilding. I reflected on each mistake, sought guidance from people I had ignored, and focused on the fundamentals I had skipped. Step by step, I repaired not only my business but also my mindset. Each small win reminded me that progress comes from persistence, patience, and humility. I learned that setbacks are not punishments. They are opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow. Months later, I looked back and realized that terrifying night had changed me forever. I no longer feared failure. I respected it. I planned carefully, moved deliberately, and trusted the process. Every obstacle became a teacher, every mistake a chance to improve. That one harrowing moment on the wet road became a turning point in my life, a reminder that resilience is built in the moments we think we can go on. If you're facing setbacks, mistakes, or moments of doubt, remember this: failure is not the end. Every challenge carries a lesson, every obstacle is a chance to grow stronger, and every step forward builds confidence. Embrace mistakes, reflect, adjust, and trust yourself to rise again. Life's lessons are often hidden in the moments that scare us the most. This is DimuTales, where short stories carry lasting meaning. If this story inspired you to embrace failure, build resilience, and keep moving forward, subscribe for more original stories that motivate, teach, and stay with you long after the video ends.